A lot of folks out here looking like geniuses off of consistency factor. And what I'm trying to tell y'all is there's a lot of people doing business. You're going to fail at least one time. If you're a true business person, sometimes you just don't know what you don't know. And what I want you to understand is a lot of people y'all think are geniuses out here, they're just consistent. The consistency factor wears motherfuckers down. It just does. And so if you're just consistently hammering every day, you're gonna get success. Now here's the point. At some point you have to convert it to paid traffic, right? At some point you have to convert it to a larger way to market and scale your business. And that's what people get frustrated on, is the fact that they have to, this thing they've been doing that's comfortable, this thing they've been doing that's been consistent, they have to make changes and adjust and grow. But that's what business is, always. It will always be a changing, growing thing. So sometimes y'all be like, this person's a genius. And then you actually like break it down like, nah, they're just consistent, right? Why are tech people so rich on an average? And it's because you're making $200,000 a year. At some point, even if you mess up your money, you can always go back and get another job. I had a friend who had started multiple restaurants in Austin. It just, 2020 hit him like everybody else. He went back to tech, got a job. He's right back where he was. Not all the way back, because he got to pay some of these debts. But that's what I want y'all to understand. Like, when people talk about getting these high-paying jobs, it's not for you to do it forever. It's not for you to do it forever. Prime example, let's say you're in a high-paying tech job and it's stressful, and every year you pull off $50K of your income to go invest in properties or in syndications and apartment complexes. Year 5, if you like, I'm done with this, the income you getting off those rentals ought to take care of you. The income you're getting off of the syndications should be enough for you to be able to go, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do something else, or I'm going to take a break and come back maybe in a year or two. And that's what people don't understand when we talk about these high-paying jobs. It's not that we don't want you to follow your passion. And I'm passionate about art and all this stuff. That's not what we're talking about. We live in a capitalistic society. Even people who are passionate about art living in Cuba, they still need money, right? They live in communism and they still need money. A lot of y'all are overlooking, giving us this passion argument, like, I'm not passionate about this, or I don't understand that, when business is like repetitive and boring, honestly. Depending on what the business is, it's repetitive and boring. Even for those guys that you think have flashy, cool Instagram channels, it's repetitive and boring. And the second factor I want to bring up, what you're seeing online is someone who built an audience off hating. I don't care what black people try to claim it is. And it's not clout chasing. It's not hating. It is. It's hating. It's trying to pull down someone else's name so you can come up. It's trying to make your name off somebody else's back. That's what it is. And so now what you've learned is you've made an audience of miserable They're miserable. They're haters. They don't care about you. They don't care about what you're talking about. It's not an educational moment. It's just a tear down somebody moment. So what happens when you have an audience full of miserable people? They turn on you. So now they've turned on this man who built his platform this way, and they doxing him. They calling him a fraud. They calling him a scam. And that's what happens when you build on YouTube or any of these platforms something that's not productive. Let me say that again. It's not productive. I don't care what everybody's like, no, man, Ericka, no. Listen. It's not productive. It's not. And when you build not productive content, you bring not productive people. What are non-productive people going to eventually do? Turn on you. Point blank, period. We sell stuff for $27 on this channel. And we got people like, how dare you, after 10 years of YouTube doing stuff for free, charging $27? How dare you? You're like, baby, if you're here for free for the rest of your life, this ain't for you. You already see people saying, well, I can't get the traffic like YouTube off Facebook, so they went to Instagram. I can't get the traffic off Instagram like YouTube, so now I'm going to go back to Facebook, or I'm going to go to YouTube now, and they can't get the traffic off YouTube. There's so many business people I know who, when you talk to them about YouTube, they can't get that traffic. So they quit because they want that dopamine. They want that quick. I want thousands of followers watching me live like I do on Instagram. Instagram's trained to have a brain of a goldfish. Don't do it, y'all. Instagram will train you to have a brain of a goldfish. And if it don't happen like this, if it ain't live with hundreds of people popped up on the live, they don't want to do it. There's one man who built an audience on hating for a whole 2 years. And then he really, you didn't really pay attention, but he just ran ads for the 2 years after that because he realized you build an audience of people hating. They ain't got no money. All they come out here to do is hate. They only want to come on your Instagram page if you tearing somebody down. And when you're not tearing somebody down, they really ain't liking your post. When you're talking about real estate and being a wholesaler, they ain't liking those posts. They're only liking the hate shit. And what y'all gonna learn is you cannot build a sustainable audience off YouTube or anywhere off some hate shit. You can't. Because business and life requires positivity. It requires great energy. It requires you moving forward and having results. So a lot of people y'all think are damn mastermind geniuses. It's off of consistency and having results. You keep applying 10K a year, guess what? In enough years, you'll have more money. So, all right, that's it.